So, ladies and gents, I have a confession to make. I hate LinkedIn. I hate it with a passion. In fact, all social media, I would rather poke sticks in my eyes rather than to have to remember to post to social media. And I know that sounds odd from a tech guy, especially one that's in social media, but I know I have some friends out there. So a show of hands, if you hate the daily route, oh, someone shot their hand up already. And I almost said, if you hate Chinese food, but I wasn't. So if you hate posting to social media, raise your hand. And I know there's more of you that are like, I know you hate it. I hate it with a passion, I really do. But LinkedIn is almost like that kid in school. Remember that regardless whatever happened, they always succeed. Because most people are concentrated on Facebook and Insta and even TikTok. But now LinkedIn is like that kid you've always hated in school who all of a sudden became a billionaire. And now you've got to deal with them. That's how LinkedIn is. And I hate it. But it is a necessary evil. And I want you to think about this when it comes to LinkedIn and all of your other social media accounts. LinkedIn is not about making the post. It's not about being timely and finding the right time to post on LinkedIn. It's about building relationships. And if you take anything away from this presentation, I want you to concentrate on building solid relationships with the people you connect with on LinkedIn. And I know there's a lot of naysayers out there about LinkedIn, like, I'm a realtor. Why am I going to get on LinkedIn and connect with people? It's only B2B, so I'm only connecting with other realtors, other real estate professionals. But remember, professionals are consumers too. Meaning that even though you're a real estate professional, you're obviously looking for items to buy or services to use. And so are the other connections that you make on LinkedIn. Also, I want you to change your way of thinking when it comes to LinkedIn. Don't necessarily think of LinkedIn as a social media platform. I want you to think of LinkedIn as a search engine, meaning that it has the ability for you to find people to connect with in the greater Rochester area, and you can do this by doing localized searches on LinkedIn. But the sole purpose of LinkedIn is for you to connect with people and build relationships and build your real estate brand. So show of hands, we'll do a quick tech tip, which I was going to do earlier. How many have LinkedIn on their smartphones? The app, not the website, the app. Did you know LinkedIn has QR codes? Show of hands by people that knew that. Nobody. Good. Then I'll look smart. So everyone, open up LinkedIn on your smartphone. It doesn't matter if you're an Android user or an iPhone user. Raise your hand when you have the app linked up. And I see people connected with me on LinkedIn. And that really is the sole purpose. I want you to scan the QR code and let's get connected. But no, seriously, I want you to access your own QR code so that you can connect with people at conferences like this easier. So who has LinkedIn open on their smartphone? So the main LinkedIn screen, go to the very top where it says search and click on it. Off to the right-hand side, hold on, I gotta get it.
Yep.
Yes, the right-hand side, there's a QR code looking icon. Click on it and tell me what you get. Your QR code. It gets better. I need 2 volunteers. I'm gonna pick on Andrea. You got LinkedIn on your phone, right?
Nope.
Oh. Boo. Okay, I'm gonna pick. Danny.
Saved it.
I know. Get up here. I need you. Okay. And I need you too, Christine. Come on. Come up. Give these ladies a round of applause for volunteering. We're gonna role play in a LinkedIn kind of way. Not that other, and I don't know where your mind's going, but we're playing LinkedIn role playing. So, and I want you to follow along. So everyone's got their QR code up, right? Yep. You have two options when your QR code shows up on LinkedIn. Your first option is to show my code, and you see that on the left-hand side of your screen. On the right-hand side is the scan option. That allows you to use your smartphone to scan someone's other QR code. So we're going to take Danny, we're going to take Christine, right?
Yep.
Yes. So you're going to switch to scan, and it's going to allow it to enable your phone's camera if it asks you that. And then you should see like your phone. So everyone got that?
Yep.
Okay. Christine is going to meet Danny. Hi, Christine. Have you met Danny?
Hi, Danny. Nice to meet you.
And then, okay, I'll act like I'm Christine. Hey, can we connect on LinkedIn? And Danny's going to say, hold on. Sure, let me pull out my QR code. So Christine, zoom your phone over her QR code. Don't get close, just back it up. What did you do? Oh, there you are. Okay, so what happened? You didn't see it. On Christine's phone, it popped up and it shows Danny's LinkedIn profile. So what Christine is going to do is click on, no, don't click on follow. What you want to do is you want to click on connect. And what it's going to do is going to send from Christine's phone a connection request to Danny's phone. And then hopefully Danny is benevolent and she accepts Christine's friend request. It's that simple for you to connect with each other on LinkedIn. And one of the bonuses of connecting with someone on LinkedIn is that these two are now connected forever and ever. Almost like in The Shining when the twins were asking Danny, come play with us, Danny. Well, not you, but Danny Torrance. And, forever and ever. Everyone gets that reference, I hope, right? I'm not dating myself. That's an old movie. So that's the quick and easy way to do your QR code with LinkedIn. And as you can see from my QR code on the screen, you can also download your QR code to your phone, your camera roll, and that way you can just flash and people can connect. You can also add it to your business card, and you can add it to other things too. So thank you, ladies. Give these ladies a round of applause. I hope everyone caught that. Because wait, there's more. Or maybe not. That was another presentation. I'm like smoking crack. So forgive me. So it's myth and fact time again. So you ready? Let's see what trivia Burton has today. Myth or fact? Where I'm going to ask it again. Is cornbread stuffing better than white bread stuffing?
Yes.
I think the yes has it. So we're going to proceed. So number one, with LinkedIn, you want to use your profile to tell your story because people want to know about you on LinkedIn. So for those of you that were nice enough to connect using my QR code, this is the screen that you're going to see. And there's important aspects to LinkedIn that you need to do. And this laser pointer is like, that's good. So the most important thing, all you real estate professionals, all of you have professional headshots. And that should be your LinkedIn photo. And it should be your social media photo for every platform that you're on, because if people connect with you on LinkedIn, they're going to seek you out and connect with you on other social media sites like Insta and Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, maybe. But the other thing, which is very important, is your banner. As a real estate professional, one of the easiest ways to identify you as a realtor, is that right? Realtor, is to make sure that you fill in the banner portion, letting people know that you are a realtor. Easiest way, your brokerage. Or if you're fancy Nancy like Burton Kelso, you can also put your banner up here and custom make it, which is kind of a challenge because there's specific dimensions as far as your banner is concerned. Anyone heard of Canva?
Yeah.
Canva will let you make a banner for LinkedIn and any social media platform that will fit, and you don't have to fuss with making it work. But banners are very important because it lets people know that you are serious about LinkedIn. One of the other things that's not shown on the screen is that on LinkedIn, you want to join the 500 Plus Club. Now, this isn't like the Mile High Club, but it definitely lets people know that you are a serious LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn, unless you looked at someone's profile, will only show you that you have 500 plus connections. So if you're under 500 today, make it your goal to connect with many people as you need to on LinkedIn, because the more connections you have, the more serious people are going to take you as far as connection requests. Another thing that you can do on LinkedIn that you probably didn't know, if you were to edit your LinkedIn profile, you can change your last name. So according to LinkedIn, my last name actually is Kelso, the technology expert, because people have long last names and LinkedIn wants you to accommodate for that. But you can trick it and identify yourself as realtor or Rochester's best realtor. Whatever area you're in, you can definitely customize it and make it your own and make it sing. And if you look at other LinkedIn profiles, you can actually add graphics like hearts and all sorts of fancy-nancy stuff to make your profile stand out. Now, the reason realtor is important and your geographic area is important because LinkedIn has great SEO, which is search engine optimization. So that means if people Google you, the first thing that's going to pop up is your LinkedIn profile or your Facebook profile. And you want great SEO because you want to come up to the top when people look for you. And you can use this as a substitute if you don't have a website. Have your LinkedIn profile pop up. And you can cheat it in specific ways, especially the last name part, because you want to use SEO or search engine optimization to be localized. So I'm going to pick on Andrea, being from Omaha. She could make her last name Andrea Lane, Omaha's top real estate agent. Do you like that as a last name?
Yeah, because it doesn't violate the ethics stuff, so yes.
Oh, exactly. So there you go. So anyway, you want that SEO, you want to own it. Because when people are looking for the best, you want them to come to you. And like that old 1980s movie Highlander, when it comes to realtors, there can be only one, right? You better make it that way because there's other real estate agents that think that. Other things that you want to do on your LinkedIn profile is your description. When you're describing yourself, what do? Put those SEO words in there as well. You don't have to necessarily change your last name, but you want to put Rochester Realtor, or I am the best-selling realtor, or I am a real estate agent working the Rochester area, or whatever you're in. Google, or Uncle Google, finds those words, and it will bring you up to the top. And that is one of the major reasons you want on LinkedIn. Another reason is you want to claim your social media profiles because cyber criminals are creating fake accounts. And we all know this, right? Talked about it earlier about Facebook and other accounts being spoofed. You want to claim it. So even though you may not be on LinkedIn and you don't have a LinkedIn profile today, you need to create it because some crook from overseas is going to grab your credentials, steal your photo from your real estate site, and create a LinkedIn profile and start spamming people. You don't want that reputation as a realtor spammer. You don't, I'm sure. So create one and work with it and make it happen. So work experience is important. As Andrea stressed earlier during her presentation, she is a woman of many hats. And that's important because it shows her story and where she has been and where she is headed to. So you don't have to make your LinkedIn profile all real estate related. Create it so that you are sharing your story. And hopefully you haven't been one of those people like early in my career where you were job hunting. So I would be at a job for 6 months and get fired, and then go to another job and get fired. And that's why I finally became an entrepreneur, because I was unhireable. But even if you do, put that on there because your work experience will work for you in the way of contacting, like how I went crazy, contacting your followers because your LinkedIn profile will share with your entire network whenever you reach a work anniversary. You've gotten that? Sudden email from someone? Congratulations on your year anniversary of whatever job. That goes out to your entire LinkedIn network. So unlike selfish Facebook where only 10 people see what you post, LinkedIn's algorithm and the people that work at LinkedIn are benevolent. They want people to see you. So they have specific things that you can do to modify your profile to get people to alert to you. So your job alerts, your work history, your volunteer history, put it all on LinkedIn. Because if you're volunteering at PTA, if you're volunteering for Boys and Girls Club, and you've been doing it on an ongoing basis, every year anniversary is gonna pop up and send to all your connections that you're experiencing an anniversary. And that helps the LinkedIn algorithm help you stay connected with other people. So fill it out, tell your story. I don't care if you've been like me where you just got canned at every job and every 6 months you were showing up someplace else. Do it, because they work to your benefit as far as having those alerts show up. Next, number 2, offline connections need to go online. You need to connect with everyone you meet in person online. The challenge is, you go to networking events, and what do you wind up with? A bunch of these business cards that are just sitting there, and you don't do anything with them. Maybe you add them to your CRM, but what happens when you connect with someone and they switch jobs and you've connected with them only through a business cards? You've lost them again. So you have to think of LinkedIn also as your other CRM. Because what happens when someone switches careers in today's society? What is the first thing they're going to update?
Their profile.
Their profile. And so again, like Danny and Christine, they're connected forever. Because whatever Danny does, you're going to see it, and her whole network's going to see it, and you're connected forever. That's unless Danny decides she doesn't like Christine, and then she like boots her off, which I hope doesn't happen. Because you seemed too friendly when you were up here, so yeah. But every business card you can connect with them on LinkedIn. You didn't know this, but LinkedIn is the Lurkers Network. Out of all 850 million people that are on LinkedIn, only 1% of people are actually posting. Wow. So when you post on LinkedIn and you're like, man, I'm not just getting the love. My post don't go viral. No one's liking my post. What was that?
They're watching.
So the response over to my left was they're watching. Through the leaves even. There are a ton of lurkers on LinkedIn. So do not pay attention to the likes and to the comments on your LinkedIn. Scary things happen to me in Kansas City. So I hide out at home. Have you had this scenario? People will come up to you. Here, I'm gonna role play. Andrea, come up here. We're LinkedIn role playing. Get that look out of your eyes. So act like you know each other. Say, hey, Burton.
Hey, Burton.
Oh my gosh, Andre. Well, hold on. Oh my gosh, I can't say name. Oh, how are you? Oh my God, it's so great to see you. In my mind, I'm going, oh fudge. Who is this? And how the hell do they know me? And normally,
I just did that to you.
I didn't, well, because environment, don't start. So anyway, the situation is, they normally know me from LinkedIn, so it saves me because they're like, oh, I follow you on LinkedIn all the time. But I have to do the, hey, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no clue. And so that's the scary thing about LinkedIn. I think people aren't seeing my posts. You can sit down. But they, yeah, you're done. Done. But they're seeing it. So ignore the interactions on LinkedIn because people are seeing your content. Now request.
Important.
What?
And I would tell you that's across the boards. Like that's kind of a social media norm, is that don't go off of the likes, the comments, the whatever. Like more people are seeing it than you think, and it does become kind of an icebreaker, an opportunity for you on LinkedIn to.
So for those of you in the back that didn't hear this show stealer up here trying to steal my thunder, I'm messing with you. That's the norm as far as social media is concerned, that you really don't want to pay attention to the algorithm. Just keep posting content knowing that people are going to see what you're posting. So thank you for that, because you're absolutely right, Andrea. So friend request on LinkedIn. How do you connect with people? Don't just click on connect, personalize it. But I'm going to warning for guys. Do not say, hey, you're hot.
Right?
Damn, you look good, girl. Let's connect. I'm an IT guy, and I can kind of see what's going on your social media account. So in the vein of Taken with Liam Neeson, I've got a special set of skills, gentlemen. And if I hear about you approaching any of the ladies in this room like that, I will find you, and I will hack you. So gentlemen, be respectful when you're sending out connection requests. Make sure that when you send out connection requests, especially with unknown people, let them know if you met them at an event. Let them know that you don't even know who the heck they are. You're just trying to grow your network, and I guarantee people will connect with you instantly and you can grow your LinkedIn network. But always make a personal request rather than just sending out a blind connection request. So myth or fact? Myth or fact? Talking about turkey pardons. Which president was the first president to pardon a turkey? And I know what I think most of you are going to say, but you're going to be surprised. So let me go back and rephrase that because it's myth or fact. So myth or fact, Abraham Lincoln was the first president to pardon a turkey. Is that a myth or is that a fact? It's a fact. Abraham Lincoln was the first president to pardon a turkey. So now you know. It fell off for years, but then one of the Bushes, either senior or junior, is the one that reenacted. Now I want to say it's senior. It was senior. There you go. But it was Lincoln who was the first president to actually pardon a turkey. So tip number 3 is you need to give away the store, meaning that you do need to make sure that you're sharing your real estate expertise. Because truth be told, no one really cares about your real estate business. They don't. They don't care if you were the top producer, care you were part of the $6 million man club or the $6 million home. People don't care. All people care about are the solutions you're going to be able to provide to them in order to make their lives easier. I have a house that I need to sell. Can you help me sell it and make extra money, or a Skrilla, as far as my house is concerned? Are you going to be able to help me find my forever home? That's all people care about. Worst real estate experience I had recently. My wife insisted we needed to buy a new house. She found an agent. We got the house. I haven't heard from the agent in 3 years since. Nothing. No, and I don't know if it's legal in Rochester. Can't you give like a housewarming gift to your... Nothing. Bupkis. Nothing. Not even a middle finger. You know? But that's what I want. I want an agent who cares, and I want one that was able to provide a solution for me. But keep this in mind too. The more content that you share on social media, the more you're building relationships. And of course, it's relationships that are going to make you business, because people love people that people will do business with people they know, like, and trust. So the more you're posting, the more you're going to build the relationships. Now, I know when you think that you're giving away the store, it's going to be like Black Friday, right? Where people are like just scrambling and just taking your information without being reciprocal. But the more information that you share, the more it makes you look like a real estate agent rock star who knows everything about the real estate industry, and that's what you want. But the other thing, you don't have to concentrate on just doing real estate content. If you're passionate about dogs, share those posts. If you love to cook, share those posts. Anything that's going to inform people and make you a resource that they want to turn to whenever they need help. So always, always, always share important information in order to make it happen. And one of the best ways to do this is through video. You do a quick video, say, hey, here's how you need to take care of your home for fall selling to make it ready. That is valuable to me. If I see a video about that or a post, I'm good. And I'm calling you because you helped me out, even though you're able to, you may be able to sell your home as a owner, but you normally can't. So make sure that you're sharing valuable content out there all the time. And use hashtags. Hashtags are identifiers that help identify you as a real estate agent. They're searchable with Google. And the more hashtags that you use, and you should only use 5 on LinkedIn, because I know Instagram is what, 30? Using 5 is the max what you want to do on LinkedIn, but you want to concentrate on hashtags that are local and tie you in as a real estate agent. So keep that in mind. So things that you can do is tips to help people get ready for an open house. That's going to be valuable to me. Other valuable content, how do I maintain and take care of my home? Content like that, believe it or not, you think is not LinkedIn ready, but it is because people are on to find information. Other things you can do, show your audience that you were able to help somebody sell their forgotten home or get their forever home. Show that. Get the lending photo where you're like grinning with the sold sign, or this is a new homeowner, because you're showing your expertise that you're able to make it happen. I don't know if we have any bloggers in here, but LinkedIn's got a good platform where if you write a real estate blog, you can share it on LinkedIn, and it goes out to like all your followers. So if you're a blogger and you're blogging somewhere else, put it on LinkedIn as well, because it helps make you a valuable asset that people want to come to. Home design is important. So staging when you're selling a home, if you can share tips, not that people are going to follow them, but just share the content. That is going to make people think that you're a content creator. Home security, you want to keep your home safe, right? A simple reminder to tell people to lock their doors and cars is something that you want to provide on LinkedIn. Valuable content is king. Make sure that you're interacting with your audience. If you're connected with people on LinkedIn, like and comment on their posts. And make sure that you tag them as well. Because tagging is like a hug. It's like, I see you, your post was awesome. Let me tag you so that you can understand that I am liking you and following you. Now, LinkedIn also has a live portion that you can do live video, but unfortunately, you have to sign up for it, and you kind of have to look at a third-party app in order to go live. So my recommendation would be, yes, share videos, but once you get your LinkedIn game going, then you can start sharing live content. So keep that. But you want to be the expert when it comes to LinkedIn and sharing your presence. So when people think of real estate agents, they're thinking of you. Questions are important. Has anyone taken part of the LinkedIn survey where you can create a survey and ask questions? Very important. So 4, build lifetime relationships. What, Andrea?
So on your posting too, what's really nice in not only just building those relationships, but LinkedIn does a really good job on analytics, on showing you who, like how frequent, like when you posted it, how well it did, and shows you like what times people clicked on it to others, because it can give you focus to what time you should be posting some of those things when you get the most amount of activity.
You're just trying to steal my thunder, aren't you? Good advice. So Andrea says, pay attention to the analytics. We'll talk about that. Birthday greetings. How many people said happy birthday to their LinkedIn connections today? Got to. J-Man saying, no, I don't do that. Got to. Recommendations on LinkedIn. Have you recommended anyone? It's real easy. You can endorse people now on LinkedIn. Do it.
It's huge.
It will be reciprocal. People will endorse you for stuff that you probably don't do. The long form post on LinkedIn. This is when people tell their story about their struggles and stuff. And you've seen it. If you've been on LinkedIn, it's someone pushing their story about whatever they're happy about and whatever they're grateful for or whatever challenges they have. Long form posts, which is just a bunch of rambling nonsense, get high engagement on LinkedIn. So if you've had a crappy day and you want to vent, create a long form post on LinkedIn. You'll get connections and you'll get more empathy from your followers. Again, tag your connections on LinkedIn. Let people know that you're reading their content. And we talked about surveys, so do that. But also remember to give people encouragement. I know a lot of you have seen inspirational posts on LinkedIn. Still quotes, post them. Do it. I know there are days I feel like crap. And I've got to give credit to the gentleman back there in the red velvet blazer. J-Man, give that dude a round of applause because Jeremiah is always sharing motivational stuff. And when people do that, you want to connect with them. So National Day post, National Day calendar. I'm just curious, go to either nationaldaycalendar.com or National Day, and someone shout out what today is National Day of. Because those posts of sharing odd, obscure holidays help build engagement. So quick myth or fact, and Thelma and Louise, myth or fact, a young Brad Pitt makes an appearance. Is that a myth or is that a fact? Notice that only came from women. I don't care. Be sure to share your content from other social media platforms. Let's say you're rocking it out on TikTok. Share it on LinkedIn. If you're an Insta user, share it on LinkedIn. Using or cross-promoting content helps ease your day and allows you to stay active on social media, and then you can share houses. So it doesn't matter what platform it's coming from, share it. The one thing I will tell you not to do is never share links to other websites. LinkedIn hates it. They don't want you to share that content. They want you to make it organic and come from LinkedIn only. So if you're trying to share some awesome YouTube video, don't do it. It's not going to be shared. So finally, LinkedIn's a marathon. Like my man, J-Man runs. Or he just runs. You do marathons, my man?
No, they're boring.
Whatever. So anyway, it is a marathon. Consistency is key. You've got to be consistent on LinkedIn. You can't post for a month and then give up for a year and then try to come back hard. You got to be consistent, 7 days a week. You got to grind at it and make sure that you're constantly posting content on social media. One of the things that I do to cheat for content on LinkedIn is I'm forever taking photos so that I can share them on LinkedIn. So do the same, because the algorithm loves when you're consistent on LinkedIn. You want to make sure that you're always sharing that content so that LinkedIn says, hey, this person's always on, we're going to share their content with other people.
It's World Jellyfish Day.
World Jellyfish Day, people.
All right.
It's National Homemaker Day, too.
Okay, there's like a ton of holidays. Share that on LinkedIn. Share it. Also, make sure that you are creating a LinkedIn content calendar. Now you can cheat and you can use Hootsuite or one of the other social media schedulers to schedule posts in advance, usually on Sunday nights with your favorite alcoholic beverage. But you don't want to get too carried away with that because you might start posting some strange stuff. But one of the things I do as a cheat, how many of you in here use Facebook, the Facebook scheduling program? I forget the name of it. But anyway, I use it as a cheat to remind me to post on LinkedIn. I'll schedule it on Facebook. When it appears and says, hey, you posted to Facebook, then I go, oh, okay, I'm going to schedule it to LinkedIn. But try to plan your posts in advance so that way it's not taken away from your real estate business. Best time to post on LinkedIn,
It's National Men Make Dinner, so I just wanted to let you know that.
You hear that, Jeremiah?
Get on it.
So the comment is for the men out there, it's National Men Make Dinner Day
Yes.
today, November 3rd.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I ain't making
But
dinner
it's
going to a
also
restaurant.
National Sandwich Day, so
It's National Sandwich
they
Day
could
too.
combine.
So the LinkedIn hack that I'm gonna give is the best time to post on LinkedIn, either early in the morning between 6 and 9 or right after lunch. So right now, after I get through, is the best time to post on LinkedIn. So finally, don't do this stupid stuff on LinkedIn. religious or political content. Harassment. She may be hot, gentlemen. He may be hot, ladies, but don't harass. You get kicked off on LinkedIn and you don't want that. So last myth or fact, you ready? You ready? This is near to dear for me because I'm only 2 hours from this place. Everyone's seen Ozark, right?
Yes.
Myth or fact? The Byrd family was on the run from the Italian mafia when they went to Ozarks. Is that a myth or is that a fact?
It's a myth. They weren't Italian.
So the answer is a myth. They were on the run from the
Italian.
Mexican cartel.
Colombian.
Yeah, because they went to, if you watch the show, they went to Mexico a couple of times.
Yes.
Wendy and Marty Byrd. So basically, to wrap things up, what I want you to remember, if anything, focus on building relationships. Ignore the algorithm. Post relevant content and fun content to LinkedIn and share, if you're rocking it on other social media platforms, that content on LinkedIn. But if you focus on relationships and focus on consistency, then you too will be a LinkedIn rock star. Gonna leave you with this quote. Can't not get through a single day without having an impact on the world. And it makes a difference. And you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make in your life. So that's me, Burton Kelso. I like that. I think I like that photo. But anyway, connect with me on social. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Burton Kelso, please. All right, nobody go anywhere. We're going to give away some more stuff. Is that okay? Would you like more free stuff?